Hi everybody, hope you're all doing well. As you can see, I have some guest stars with me today on From My Recipe Box. These are my great niece and nephew. Say hi to James. Hi James. And say hi to Leona. Wave to the camera. So they're here with me today to do a real classic recipe from my recipe box. It's banana cake, which sounds like really simple. Everybody has a banana cake recipe that they make. Mine's really special because we do it in a bun pan, so it's a nice big hefty cake, as opposed to a bread kind of a loaf. And it's a recipe that I've been making for years and years. That again, one of those classics that I got from the grandma of an old boyfriend, similar to Congo bars. Same woman, don't know her name, but she made a mean banana cake, and we do too. So once we get this cake done, we're gonna eat it, right? For our whole weekend, because James and Leona are here for the weekend visiting us. Behind the camera is Mom, Megan. She's shooting today, so we should get some really good shots of everything that we're gonna do. So are you guys ready to make a cake?
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna, you love cake. Do you like cake too? All right, yeah, so James is gonna show us these bananas.
As you can see, we have these nice, mushy, cut open bananas.
So when you make a banana cake, this particular recipe, we use frozen bananas. The reason we use frozen bananas, James, is because they're nice and moist and they blend into the cake very easily as opposed to fresh bananas. So we're gonna get those mushy bananas into here, James, and all you need to do is pull this back and pull the banana out, or you can lift it up like this. Maybe I'll do the first one.
Okay, I don't want
and we just dump them in.
No,
so
I don't.
You don't want to do that. That's too mushy for you?
I don't feel comfortable with that.
Okay.
I never
Good
do
answer,
this.
good answer. So you can see they're nice and moist and wet. Right. There's 3 bananas in the recipe. So we're just putting 3 bananas right in here, and then we can get them out of James's view because he doesn't like them.
I'm gonna do that. I love bananas.
All right, and next Leona's gonna put in the sugars because we're gonna cream together those bananas and that sugar. So you're gonna pour this into here.
All of it?
All of it. Can you do it?
I'm gonna show them this.
You can show them that.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's our bun pan.
This is our bun pan. It looks like we sprayed it with water, but it's baking spray.
Great.
Bubbly baking spray.
So now we're gonna close this up. James, you wanna flip this on? Well, I did it for you, sorry. We're just gonna bring the sugar and the bananas together. Right?
Just like an apple pie.
Kinda, except it's banana, right? Yeah. Sounds good. All right, so the next thing we're gonna add is the oil. So we have vegetable oil, and we have 2/3 of a cup of regular vegetable oil here. I'm gonna lift this up, James.
The next thing.
You're gonna do the next thing, and you're gonna pour that right in there. Good job. All right, Leona, how are you at cracking eggs? Can you crack eggs? Can you crack it on the side of the bowl there? And then open it up and make sure you get it in the bowl. And then you can put the, perfect job, put the shells back in here. And you can add the second one.
Can I use any mixer they want on this?
They can use a regular stand mix, a regular handheld mixer, sure.
Yeah.
They can use any kind of mixer they want.
They can use any kind of mixer
That's a good point.
they want.
Thanks for bringing that up. Oh, and here's a towel for you.
And you don't have to use your fork to mush up the eggs.
Because
when you have a mixer, it
does the work for you.
Yep.
That's also another really good
It's going about 3 mode right now.
James is doing great given the tips that I am not giving.
Then you need
All right. So now we
2
have
of a 3rd cup of oil.
Yeah, 2/3 of a cup. Put this salt in. This is a teaspoon of salt. We can just put that in while it's going. Good. And Leona, you can put in.
You're not going to be able to taste the salt because it blends in with the cake too much.
That's right. That is our baking powder and our baking soda. We have, I believe the recipe was a teaspoon and a half of the baking soda.
And after we do
no,
all
of the powder and then a teaspoon of the soda. Whoop, you okay? Get back down there on your
and
knees.
after we do all that, we're gonna pour the cake into this.
All right.
Into this.
Next thing we need
pan.
is buttermilk. This is 2/3 of a cup of buttermilk.
Just this 2% milk in a cup of apple
And
vinegar.
a tablespoon of apple vinegar makes buttermilk, right?
Yep.
Or you can have regular buttermilk from the store. You want to pour it in? I'll pour it in.
Making
Whoa, that was not. Well, that shows you how milk and vinegar makes floppy old buttermilk, right?
Can I turn it on?
Yes, you may. Just low first, because we got a lot of liquids in there. All right, so that's about all our liquid ingredients, all our initial ingredients, right?
Liquid ingredient.
And that's just coming together nicely. We can actually make it go a little higher if we want.
It's about on pour mode.
Right? Now what's missing? We have to make it thick. Right?
The flour.
So the flour is what goes on next. So we're gonna.
And this is from my recipe box.
Yep, that's the old recipe box. All right, Leona, put that to 1/2 cup. We have 2½ cups of flour that we have to put in. So put it.
And I'll put the big cup in.
You want to put the big cup in? You know what? Let's do it little by little. So you're gonna pour about half of that in. And that's
And today my mom is recording.
Yep. What's your mom's name?
Megan.
Megan.
As you can see, you can't see any of the other liquids right now, but the flour is going to start to wear off.
Now mix in, right?
It's starting to wear off.
Yeah. And
Nice.
then put the rest. Put the rest in. Okay.
Nice mushy bananas combined with some other liquids makes a yummy banana cake. To make banana cake.
Well, this is going to be a special treat for your visit here, right?
Yes.
Today? You didn't know you were going to be guest stars on From My Recipe Box, did you?
No.
Yeah, I recruited you. And hopefully we get a lot of organic traction so people will see you on YouTube, right? All right.
Whoops.
Whoops, that's all right. Okay,
We got a little
that's
spill
looking
of flour,
pretty good.
everybody.
Maybe get it going pretty good. Make sure
It's
it's
not
all
bad.
mixed in.
It's about 5 mode.
That's all right, right consistency, right? Yeah. All right, now comes the yummy stuff that we're gonna add. First, we're gonna add these chocolate chips.
Chocolate
Leona.
chips.
You wanna pop those in there? So this is a cup of regular old chocolate chips.
You can always
Oh, go ahead, James.
you can always make this at home if you want.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
And you wanna put in the nuts? And those are just chopped walnuts.
Some chopped walnuts.
Some people, if you don't like nuts, you can leave them out.
Or
And
if you're allergic to nuts, you don't have to put them in.
you don't, that's right. And we're just gonna mix those into the batter. Right, and then that's the batter.
You can make banana bread or stuff.
What's interesting about this recipe is the chocolate chips, because a lot of times banana cake doesn't have chocolate chips in it.
You can make banana bread too.
You could, if you wanted to. Maybe split this batter up into 2.
You can make anything you want at home.
You can. All right, guys, so Leona and James helped us get this batter together, and we are now gonna get it into that bundt pan and pop it into the oven at 350 degrees for 60 to 70 minutes. So to test it, I tested actually with a knitting needle. Get it in there and make sure that it comes out clean. You could use a skewer maybe.
Yeah.
Something a little bigger than
A bamboo,
to
a
check.
nice thin bamboo skewer.
Would work as well.
So
we'll take a look at it once we get it into the pan. We'll show you what that looks like, and then we'll show you when it comes out of the oven. And I'm sure that James and Leona are going to want to taste a piece as soon as they can. So we'll see you in a minute. right, everybody. So our banana cake is out of the oven. We have tested it with our trusty knitting needle to make sure that it comes out clean. So
and
that's
we're
how we
about
know.
to taste it.
And we're about to taste it. A couple of discrepancies between what we actually did with the recipe and what the actual recipe card says. So again, the buttermilk we made with regular milk and 1 tablespoon of cider vinegar, apple cider vinegar, rather than buying a whole container of buttermilk. I also cut the sugar. So the recipe calls for 1 2/3 cups. We put in 1 cup, so you can play with the levels of the sugar. And we use the bananas, the frozen bananas. Other than fresh, you could definitely use fresh. So we will post this like we always do, right, James? We always post the recipe card.
So you're about to see what the inside of the cake looks like.
All right, so we're gonna cut it.
I bet it looks sort of nutty and like maybe like a few chocolate chips.
I bet he's right.
But the best part is the tasting.
So here's a good close-up. Banana cake.
The chocolate chips. You can see those plunging in, sort of.
Okay, James, give it a try. There you go. What do you think?
It's sort of like you're eating like a zucchini bread, but with nuts.
Okay. Well, hopefully the banana comes through, right, James? You taste any banana in there?
Yeah, that.
Yep, okay. So, hope everybody makes this lovely banana cake recipe. And until next time, what do we say?
From my recipe box to yours, have a good day.
Have a good day. Bye, everybody.
Bye.